Saood Variawa, the youngest winner of a stage overall at Dakar in the ultimate class. Congratulations and welcome, and thank you very much for joining us. How are you feeling?
Thank you so much for having me. Yeah, no, this this first week was a roller coaster of a week. We had obviously a super high up, which was the win of a stage and a top three in stage one, and then yeah, we had the low, which was obviously the incident in the dust. Unfortunately, it was just wrong place, wrong time for both of us. Both of us were on the wrong route, unfortunately. Um, but I guess it's all part of the Dakar. It brings that, it gives you that highs and the lows, and I mean anything can happen at any time.
I mean, you're 19 years old. Seth Kantera, your teammate, goes out and becomes the youngest winner of a stage. 2 days later, boom, and now Kantera's the youngest two-stage winner. I'm sure you've got another one in you.
I know that's the plan is obviously to get as many top five finishes in the stages as possible, because we are entered into the World Rate Championship. So basically, the points works per stage. Each top five finish that you get points. So the plan is obviously to get as many top five points as possible in each stage. So we will try our best. I mean, we have the pace to run up there with the top guys, and keeping in mind that we are obviously not taking any risks. We're driving quite a safe and clean race on our side. So yeah, we'll just have to see how it goes.
How are you finding the roads, the route there compared to South Africa, and how comfortable are you in the route, the roads?
So in some places it's similar, and some places are a lot different compared to our terrain. A lot of the this terrain here is like basically fast roads, fast flowy, fifth gear, sixth gear type of things. And when we get to the thick sand, it sort of reminds you of the Toyota 1000 race in Botswana with that thick sand and the berms and the ruts, and then when you get to some rocky places, that's obviously quite different to how we race. We don't have that many places where we race where it's just rocks, where everywhere you see it's volcanic rocks, that sharp black rocks. So on that side, we sort of working, in that we are at the stage that I won was only in rocks. So I must say we did quite well there. The car was working amazing. I think we definitely have one of the best cars out there. I mean, in each stage throughout the race, a Toyota won, so that's really amazing. And I'm super grateful to obviously be in a Hilux and in the factory team.
And it must be a little bit weird in one way and fantastic in another, in that your boss is your dad. So there's that weirdness of relationship. My dad's my boss, and the other part of it is that lovely father-son relationship of being able to tackle an event of this magnitude together. It's it's a bit weird, isn't it?
Not really. I mean, obviously throughout my career, he's been there. He's been basically the team boss from my karting days. But the obviously the bond is there, the connection is there. We work together as a pair, and I mean, yeah, he's my mentor. Everything I've learned was from him. So I guess it's the best that I could have asked for. To have a dad that's obviously been part of motorsport for a long time, and he knows rally raid and everything. So to have him there and by my side teaching me is yeah, it's really really amazing.
My question was really shrouded of I'm a father as well, and I know how special it is as a father to be able to do stuff with your kids. To go and play on the world stage and with your kids, is your dad must be, I know he is, we spoke to him earlier, he's super, super proud, and it's absolutely fantastic. Cliffy, have you got...
Yeah, just, I mean, obviously, like you said, a roller coaster first week with highs and lows. Now heading into the business end of the Dakar. What is your hopes and expectations going into this last week?
Well, first of all, we have to obviously
Oh, come on, connection.
us as the backup. Us as the backup, we should we're gonna try our best to obviously give it a shot for Hank. And we're gonna be the support crew for him. Unfortunately, our races were sort of put to an end. Not really to an end, but I mean, we lost a lot of time. So, obviously, in the top 10 or so positions, it's going to be quite difficult to get there. But the main focus is to get Henk, obviously, to try and win, or at least the best possible result that we can get for him and the team. That would really be, obviously, the best. And yeah, for my on my side, I'm gonna try and just do the best that I can with the upcoming stages to try and get as many top fives if as possible. And we'll have to see how the second week goes. The first week was super tough. I mean, it was way more sort of longer and tougher than last year. So this rest day was really needed.
And if we look at, like you said, the Dakar at this one has been tougher than the last one. Barring your stage win, what have you enjoyed the most in this first week up into Raceday?
Obviously, the stage win. The thing that I've enjoyed within the top five, always with the splits and having the pace of running with, if you look at Loeb or Nasser, those guys are the guys that you sort of dream of when you're young and you basically play video games, and they the guys that you use, and it's like it's crazy to think that you racing with them and sort of beating them in some stages and running with them. It's really amazing.
I was about to say that's completely weird. You now playing with your heroes. You and the names that
Yes,
you mentioned.
basically.
I mean, Al Attiyah, Ekstrom, and just bring it a little bit home. De Villiers, Lateghan. These are. I mean, you're 19 years old. It's my hat off to you. Before I dig a hole for my for myself, what I'm trying to say is massive respect, and it's what a lovely position to be in. How hard do you go out tomorrow? You've had a day off. You've kind of come off the adrenaline rush of racing,
Yes.
racing, and you've chilled out a bit, and now you get back in the car tomorrow for the longer stage, and it's the business end. This is for reals. You've got to wind yourself up a bit. How do you do that?
Well, I mean, it's for me, it's quite simple to get into it. It's sort of like a switch, Once the helmet goes on, you're in the racing mode. But I mean, the stage is the longest one coming, but there is quite a big transfer in the stage, it's sort of like a neutralization or a liaison where you just driving on the tar roads within the just take it in six, and obviously Hank is ahead of us, so we'll have to see what is the strategy for tomorrow, and just yeah, I guess see how it goes.
Saood, and I've said this to just about everybody we've interviewed. The whole of South Africa, I'm just telling them, and in particular Raceday, our family, we're all behind you. We send you all our energies, all our positive thoughts, all our all our lucks and the things that you need to go and do what you need to do and be the best Saood that you can. Go race well, be fast, have fun, and keep smiling.
Thank you so much. We all really appreciate all the support from the South Africans. I mean, it's really good to see that a South African team, everyone is from South Africa, or from the technicians, the engineers, the drivers, everyone is proudly South African, and yeah, we're tackling the Dakar.
Well, go and tackle it hard. Everything of the best. Thank you very much for taking time out of your day. I hope to talk to you before the end. Depends on the signal. Good luck.
Good luck.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. Bye.
Cheers.